Hi, guys. Welcome. It is Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's been a really crazy day. Look at me. I'm just a mess. Who knows what's going on? Nobody. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. We don't know what's going on. This is just a sweater. This is just hard times. And it's been a long day. I still have a lot more documentation and work to do, but I'm taking a break because usually it's this time of day that I am on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Central Standard with Astrology and Alchemy. And I'm there with Matt, and we're there every Tuesday. And you guys expect that. And we're usually on the Paranormal Channel, we're on Matt's channel, we're on Autumn Mood Astrology, we're on the all the things, all the things. But Matt is doing some family stuff, and you guys, family comes first. And if we have to practice what we preach. So it was like, we're going to move it to tomorrow. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. We're going to pick up some additional people on a Wednesday, maybe. We're going to try some Wednesday energy out. But don't be sad. I had a very dear friend of mine recently. His parents packed up their entire home and moved into a small RV, and she's an older witch. And hi, Leah, Dee, Ruth, Nicole, all of you guys. And she had all of this stuff in a room, rocks and candles and cool shit. And she was like, I bet you could find a home for some of these, couldn't you? And she gave me a box of her oracle cards that she had been accumulating over the years. Some of them, not my style. I gifted them to other witches that I know, and she was totally okay with that. But then there's a handful of them that I really liked that I kept around for readings because, as you guys know, if you join me on social media, I give away readings all the time. I do free readings, I do random giveaways, and for the 12 days of Chris, is it 12 days of Christmas? 12 days of Christmas. I am going to be doing readings every night or every day, randomly throughout the day. Scavenger hunt, kind of, if you will. So that's extremely exciting. And so tonight, in place of Astrology and Alchemy, I have this deck. I don't have the box with me because it's sitting over there on my altar space. Ooh, I don't even remember the name of this deck. And I don't have good enough eyesight to see that far away. So we are going to have to live in mystery. Oh, I have a helper. It's right there. I think it's over there. It's over there. Over there on my thing. It's a box. It's an empty box. There it is. There it is. Yes, that's it. Look at that. My telepathy. Oh, no, that's not it. Damn, damn, double damn. Is there another box over there? That's the one. That's the one. Dang, that's the one. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da! Look at it. Look at it. That's it. That's the box. The Wisdom of Hidden Realms. Oracle cards. It's a 44 card deck. Who made it? Her name's Colette Barron. Of course. I wondered why these cards spoke to me and why that they were so accurate. Baron Reed. Baron Samedi is one of my spirit guides. J'ai vu un spirit guide. Baron Samedi found me in St. Louis when I was just 17. He's been a guide of mine ever since. So this is the oracle deck that we're working with, the Hidden Realms. If you guys would like a card, you know it. You know how it goes. You can go to paranormalsarah.com and pay for one because it's the holiday season. And if you're just wallowing in money, by all means, you can go there and support me. I'm a person. I'm not a hybrid. I'm a pure blood. And, you know, that's a thing. Or you could stay here and get a reading, and we can do a free one right now, and you can get a card. And all you have to do is give me your permission. Look deep into my eyes and give me your permission. So you just let me know. And I'm not like pulling favorites. The stream is going very quickly. It's coming from 4 different places. So I will start pulling a card and pull from the chat here once once I feel right about it. How do you know? I like to just shuffle until I feel like I don't want to shuffle anymore, till I feel like I need a drink of coffee, till I know that the time is right, till the clock strikes, I don't know, whenever, you know, whatever. Card, please, says people in the chat. We don't care. Okay. Ooh, I feel like now's the time. I have an itch on my nose. Drink from my Ravenclaw cup. Ah, yes. Yes. Do you know if I'm the only one? Yes, I'm doing readings tonight. So, Pepper, may I have a card? Now, don't forget, Pepper, you have to formulate, frame in your mind what you would like, what question you're asking, what it is you're looking to get some kind of guidance from. That's how divination works. Mm. Mm. Rhonda Rennert Poe. Ooh, Poe, good name. Uh, Rhonda, I mean, how many people sing the song? I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Don't you hear it though? Can't you hear it? Does anyone else hear it? Rhonda? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Anybody? Okay, anyway. Rhonda, you are getting the spirit whisperer. Ooh, what does that mean? I got to look at it. What do you see? Use your telepathy right now. Use your intuition. This card's going to have some kind of, don't look, Rhonda. It's good. She said, go ahead. Everyone else does. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Everyone does the same thing to Sarah too. Like, Sarah. And I pretend like I've never heard it before. And I go, yeah. The spirit whisper, divine guidance, higher knowing. So you guys, all of you watching right now, look at how these cards, they have something on the top. They have a little bit of a message. They're going to give you a little divine guidance, higher knowing. This is like the Ascension 3. This is the Mother, the Maiden, the Crone. Got some transmutation. Look at the beautiful. Ah, she's beautiful. She looks like a siren. She's underwater. This green. I always am associating that with the heart chakra. Beautiful. I think of like Oshan. I think of Ishun if you're looking for a goddess. Beautiful African female Kotleku if you're interested in a Mayan goddess in this space. Feminine, powerful, venom. Um, Pisces kind of energy. Very, very feeling, emotive, empathy, intuition. I love the owl too. Did you see that? Ooh. I don't know if that's what noise they make. That's just the noise I just made. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, it's so pretty. It's a barn owl. It's just a white owl, snow owl, right? They're so freaky. It always makes me think of the fourth kind, right? Oof. And there's a little bit of like a creature there, like a little moth. What's that? I don't know what that was. Something in my house spoke. Anyway, Rhonda, that's the card. That's what's going on. I don't know what your question was. Higher divine guidance. This is a lot of, reaching out, listening to the synchronicities, finding the spirit guides because you say in the morning, this is what I need help with. This is what I'm manifesting. Give me a sign. So and so, give me a sign and give it to me like this. You set up those connections, less skepticism when you're hearing them, seeing them, experiencing them. It's more validating. And then the momentum continues. I hope that that's helpful. Okay, Ruth. These are different than my usual readings, right? This deck is different. Ruth, can I please have a card? She says. Yes, you can. Ooh, this one's really cool. Okay, so Ruth. Ooh, Ruth, what are you thinking? What do you see, Ruth? What's your question, Ruth? Bam. Boom. Bing, bong, boom. Mm-hmm. Chicken. The number 11. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. the Hawk Prince. Spirit communication and paying attention. Pay attention or pay in pain, we teach in hypnosis. The number 11, some people, that's an angel number. It usually ends up meaning two, but it's a separation of two. It's where two people in combination of making a relationship or a connection are still being able to remain independent. It's a good attachment. It's a good dependency. It's a strong reciprocation and connection. And the spirit communication, I mean, look at this. This is so like Nephilim, native, angelic, hybrid, kind of wild. I love the hawk. Ooh, love the hawk. I love the wings. Look at it's so beautiful. It's a really powerful image. It's quite masculine. The wings, this is a messenger. This is going to be that there's an omen, there's communication coming your way, something to keep an eye out for. It's likely going to come in the form of an animal. Like for me, for example, I have Hugin and Mugen of Odin. I see things in ravens and crows and certain people, and numbers of crows mean things. I've got them tattooed on my body. So there's just like certain things that have certain meaning for me, and I know what they mean because I've set it up, not because some man in the sky went, Sarah, I have parted the clouds, and when you see two crows, that means this. That never happened. That never happened. And it doesn't really happen for anybody. And the third eye, what's happening is you go, what I have come to notice is that every time I see a single raven, that's like something for me, like the number one. But when I see two, it's like this, or when I see, so from here on out, like this is what that means. And then you see it again, you're like, oh, that's what that means. And then it becomes over time erosion. That's what this means. Spirit communication, Ruth. The Hawk Prince, young, powerful, night energy. This is courageous. This is doing. This is Sagittarius energy right now. Air, fire, speaking and doing, having confidence and taking those messages from spirit animals around you is what I would say there. Okay. Teresa, Amber. Teresa says, I'm going to give that a try sometime. I don't know what exactly you're referring to, but good. Amber, a card, please. Amber Bloom. Have you ever seen the movie The Bloom Brothers? I think that's what it was called. Or Brothers Bloom? I forget what it was. It's quite a good movie, actually. They were like magicians, traveling magicians or something. I forget. It was It was entertaining, but obviously not memorable. Amber Bloom. I like to do this because I feel like it's not only entertaining and magical, but annoying, and I don't know, it's tactile. Ooh. Amber, I mean, just your fucking name, man. This is like, oh, I feel like, okay, first of all, this is chill. This is Big Lebowski. This is very relaxed. This is moss. This is like out walking in the forest. Not only because of what the card just radiates, but man, then you've got like this beautiful maiden, and she kind of looks like Hecate because she's got Hecate. It's Hecate. It's Hecate. The female goddess, the representation of the sage, the knowing, the female coming out of the hearth. Fruition, fruit, abundance, yes. Reaping what you sow, fruits of your labor. The timing. I think of your name, bloom. Yep. Loving it, loving it, loving it. This is that something is coming, and it is here. This opportunity is knocking. You've planted this seed, and this is something you want. You need to say yes to it. You need to just put in those final oomph of effort to really bring it to manifestation. And if it's the writing of that book and giving it to someone to actually read, if it's the doing that project and actually making it tangible, do it, do it, do it, do it now. This is the time. Number 18. Amber. Do it. Okay, who else do we have? Ruth, thank you. You're welcome very much. Matt says, I'll take a card, please. Absolutely. And don't forget, as Madame Lenormand has told us, she's a beautiful French woman. She's dead now, but she used to help back in the day Mr. Napoleon try and win some of his strategic wars because she actually utilized probability in the popular card game of the time, on Playa de Cartes. And she made this. I have the cards over here. If you'd like a reading with those, you can also check that out at paranormalsarah.com. Shameless plug. But, Matt, she said, think about what your question is so that when you ask that question, the more specific that that question is, the more relevant this card becomes. Ooh, unless you were really good at pausing, you didn't see that. Ooh, this is relevant, this is accurate, and this is helpful. So, because oftentimes, especially in my work in forensics, we're dealing with morals and ethics, good, bad, right, wrong. I don't like to deal with that. Instead, I like to deal with accurate, relevant, and helpful. It's definitely a little bit more platonic. But the rainbow prints. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The full electromagnetic spectrum or visible light as we see it, depending on how much you see, it can be broken down exponentially, but it can also be just as simple as those 7 Pink Floyd broken pyramid, beautiful colors. And this little flag giving us compensation, perseverance. These two things, very relevant, that your work be paid off, that you get the compensation. What is that word meaning to you, by the way? As an LP practitioner, I would really be interested, because to compensate, it can mean many things. To persevere also to mean a few different things. So then you have this very, very powerful image. I don't know if this is a man or a woman. It's kind of androgynous. It's beautiful. You don't see that. Hold on. I don't see a chest or breasticles. I'm seeing. Maybe it's a man. It's a man. Okay. Sorry. Not that it really matters, right? But I just, this image, because it's angelic. That's what I like, is that an angel would be androgynous. It's kind of like the way Constantine did it. It was wonderful. The rainbow coming out of its arms and hands and emanating. I really like it. Number 26. I really get a sense that that's a date. Might even be the date of this month, too. There's something on the neck, and I don't know what it is. You know, this comes with a book. I guess I should use the book, huh? What kind of psychic would I be if I used the book? Well, you know what? I don't know. It's somewhere. Who needs a book? We don't need those silly books. Man, when I think of the Rainbow Prince, I think of the Rainbow Bright movie. Do you remember that movie? When she was there going to that planet that was being wrapped in rope, and they had to cut all the rope off to let the ice shine again so that the rainbow could reflect and refract throughout the universe and the galaxy. And I don't know if that's unlocking nostalgia for you or not, but there's a lot of really good themes. That and the Care Bears. I mean, there's just so much of like a connection and a creativity. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, as Dee says, that really feeling paid off for the hard work. Feeling like all of that effort isn't going to be unseen or unnoticed or unappreciated. It's very powerful. So I think it's a good card. Hopefully that makes sense. Melissa. Melissa Sharp. Melissa Sharp says, a card, please, Sarah. Yes, yes. Ooh, this is a really cool card. Not that all the other ones weren't cool, but this one is. Ooh, Melissa. Melissa, what are you thinking? What are you conjuring up there, lady? Powerful, powerful, powerful. This week in our NLP, in our neurolinguistics, which I'm excited to admit in 2022, I'm going to be doing a lot of my Gypsy Tribe stuff online for free. And then the private mentorship will be elevated separate stuff, because we're really getting to it in advanced magic. And the basic stuff just needs to be reiterated over and over. So I'm going to be doing that online on a basic level. Hi, Robin. But this is, well, let me just show you. Oh, hell. The Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock. Oh, shock me, shock me. I actually think of the early first TLC album, not Crazy Sexy Cool, the one before that. Shock that monkey, shock me, shock me. It was great. Mostly Left Eye. She's dead now too. But total paradigm shift. Do you see this? Looks like She-Ra, Princess of Power. She's very. Ooh, I see a face over there. Talk about Gestalt. Ooh, hey. Ooh, I see a face over there too. I see faces in the mist. Ooh. The Lady of Lightning. This is going to be like a feminine version of Thor. This is going to be very powerful, electric, power of choice. That's been the NLP this week. That's been the message. How to conserve your energy in the power of choice, that you always have control of what you choose to do, choose to say, and that pivots on the precipice of yin and yang energy if you are aware of that awareness. The Lady of Lightning, she is capable of taking electric, like positive protons, electrons, and like walking across the fuzzy carpet in the night, pew, 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 and visualizing something. Not like the rainbow, a steady stream of colors and an organization of them and their uses. But the Lady of Lightning is impulsive, which is typically a masculine yang kind of energy. But this is shocking, which is why it is kind of like, what? Is because it's this powerful woman doing it. A total paradigm shift. Hmm. This is doing things differently. This is doing things out of character, maybe even quickly, hastening the pace. Hastening the pace? Hasten pace? Hasten pace. That's kind of fun to say. There's something there. Anyway, Melissa, I hope that makes sense. Brianna, hello. I thought I was going to miss you and Matt tonight, but I didn't. No, we are honoring still Astrology and Alchemy because it is our tradition and we love doing it. And let's face it, the dynamic really works. And I need Matt because he is my astrology master. And so he's going to be joining us. We're moving it to tomorrow night, just this week, because he's doing family stuff. Look at him popping in like a psychic telepathic person saying, hey, we're going to see you tomorrow. Sorry, couldn't be there tonight. And it's no worries. We just move it because family comes first. And that's why I said, you know what? I'm going to pop in and do some oracle cards and kind of practice for my 12 days of Christmas coming up, where I do something every day, something randomly every day, some kind of a giveaway, something because my PR team says I should, and I'm gonna, because I'm trying. That's going to happen. We'll see. It's the goal. Anyway, when am I doing private readings? All the time. Right now. In another dimension. I am finishing up. Well, Matt and I did a really effing cool astrological birth chart reading, just where he does part and I do part, and then you put them together and you're like, what? We did that, and that's going to be sent off here and tomorrow. And that's it. I've got one more for a birth chart reading. But because it's the holiday, I'm doing readings right now. So if you would like one, you can go to paranormalsarah.com. And you can see I do divination, I do tarot. I mean, I can read your placenta if you want, preferably outside the body rather than in. I can do all sorts of weird things. So if you have any questions, we also do mentorship and classes and teaching and workshops at paranormalsarah.com, guys. I pay for the domain so you can go there and look around in the metaverse. So go there and do it. You can find all the things, and I'll have some codes and coupons and different specials running too. So don't fret. And in the meantime, let's continue pulling cards. So Rhonda, thank you. Teresa, it is a great surprise to have you here too. Katie, jazz hands, spirit fingers, if you will. Sarah, Elizabeth, my name is Sarah Beth, TMI. So Sarah, Elizabeth, we are card, pretty please, she says. Yes. Can I read auras? I can, but I prefer you to be standing next to a background that I can see you and to not be listening to any music, for me to have not listened to any music, and for us to stare at each other, into each other's eyes. But yeah, we can. Sarah, Elizabeth. I know. Didn't metaverse sound bad? It did. Ugh. I like ether. Anyway, Sarah, Sarah, because we're singing the songs, right? No time is a good time except right now. Right now is the best time. I just pulled a card for you, for me, and for all the Sarahs right now, for all the Sarah Elizabeths slash Beths. And this is it. This is the one. This is the card people want to get when they're getting an oracle card reading and you're like, give me something good. This is it. This is like cornbread right here. Uh-huh. Tell them. Tell them what you told them. Mm-hmm. The Phoenix. Resurrection. Surrender to change. Shit's going down. Shit's happening. You know, life, growth, things, work, pressure, stress. What are you but a skeleton meat sack on a ball of dirt spinning in the galaxy? Really? This is just sign of change. And you know what? Death and taxes. Those are the only guarantees. That's it. That's it. So, you either write it or you don't. The Phoenix. This is utilizing alchemy, knowing where you're at. The pits of despair. That's right, the pits of despair. Where were we? That's where. And that the Phoenix says, you know what? Burn it all down. Burn it and use the ash. Spread it. Cry. Have the ritual. Do the ceremony. Smear it on your face. Make it into eyeliner like the Egyptians did. I mean, I love that scene in the Addams Family, and I know that some people were offended where Morticia is using it as blush. That's what they really fucking did, people. Talk about divination. Talk about being useful through and through. For sure. The Phoenix. Either use it or don't. Either use it or let it use you. Change. It's powerful. If you feel the force, you feel the pressure, are you going against it? And why? Why or why not? I really like this card. I think it's really cool. I think it's very passionate. And I think that the number 29 probably speaks to an age and a mindset in the mind of things that need to be considered, where you are in that space or where you are in that space, what's happening in that time period. And yeah, it is a very pretty card, isn't it, Pepper? So yeah, tell me something good. Ooh, Robin says, tell me something real good, please don't lie to me. Sometimes they don't lie, especially this deck. So there you go, Sarah. I hope that fits. Robin. Robin, I'm so happy to see you joining us tonight. I can't wait to see you soon. It's been sad being out of the paranormal circuit. For those people who may not be familiar with my alias Paranormal Sarah, I've spoken at Comic Cons and Dragon Cons and Phenomicons and Homicons and Cons and Con Cons and Canacan Cons. Whatever. Any kind of conference there are. UFO conference, alien conference, physics conference, forensics conference, dead people conference, live people conference, might be alive or dead conference, bringing them back from the dead, from the living conference, any of those kind of conferences. But anyway, Robin, she used to be one of my favorite con friends. You meet those people where you have a table next to someone and you get to go out to lunch with someone and you enjoy that presence with someone and you don't really ever see them except once or twice a year, or if you happen to be in the same con circuit, then you see each other from across the way and you have those moments from state to state. You're not really in your safe space. You don't really know what you're doing. You're both kind of in the middle of a panic attack and overtired and stressed, but you support one another. And it kind of allows you to have a very deep friendship. And I've seen Robin have some very good celebrations this year. And I'm so happy for you, Robin. And I hope to see you soon as COVID releases the Kraken and we are allowed to go out into the con circuit again someday. Man, I don't even know if I will, right? That's so crazy to think. It's been 2 years now. Ugh. Anyway, Would you pull a card for me? Says Pepper. It's true. Pepper, let's get back on track. Thank you. Pepper, don't forget. Madame Lenore, who? Madame Lenormand, oui. Je m'appelle, tout appelle au français. Ah, elle s'appelle Madame Lenormand. Étudier, étudier sur le Napoleon. So, under Napoleon, not in Napoleon. Anyway, Pepper. Ooh, Pepper. Mm. The web weaver. Look at, look at synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. I love this because I think of the three women spinning. My favorite, Morte on the end. Of the three women, they all have their names. One's carrying the scythe, one carrying the book, one carrying the measuring stick. One's weaving the thread, the other's cutting it, the other's measuring it. The mother, the maiden, the crone, the past, present, the future. Mm. Ménage à trois. The synchronicity, the connections, divine intelligence, information. Right, Brianna, the fates. That's right. The red thread that connects it all. Some people refer to the thread, the umbilical cord, or going to and from the forehead or to and from the belly. It's what keeps you connected or anchored when doing your astral travel. The cutting of the cord when doing Reiki work, energy work. And this is, if you could PM me a picture of that phoenix, message me and I will do my very best of that phoenix, Sarah Powell. But the web weaver, I love the dress. This is making connections between your past, present, and future. This is being aware of what it is that is making sense of a lesson come full circle, which I will say this month we're having a lot of those Pluto bringing things from the past. So you have to make sense of it. Is this useful? Do you want this? Is this relevant? Is it accurate, relevant, helpful? Maybe it's not. Throw it out. Burn it. Burn it! Right? Get rid of it! Throw it to the wolves. Or bring it in, can it, use it, put it up on the hearth, do things with it, man. Weave it into string, make it into a sweater, and then like have a portfolio and sell it, make money off of it, man. The web weaver. Butterfly in the sky. That's what it makes me think of. You can fly twice as high. Take a look. That would be the middle one, by the way, the fate with the book, because it's in a book. That's the Reading Rainbow, but not the Reading Rainbow. This is the web weaver. The web weaver. But you don't have to take my word for it. Lieutenant Geordie LaForge in the Akashic Records. The synchronicity of divine intelligence, cause and effect. There's a little dragon on this card. I'm going to show you so you know I'm not lying. There he is. Look at him there. Look at. That's kind of important. It's mythical. It's sci-fi. It's kind of cold-hearted, reptilian. Not to get into that realm or anything, but there's also a lantern. That's metaphorical too. Light, information, newness, the divine intelligence. That's what that was. Treasure trove. Money's coming. Number 4, domestic stability. So many things in that card. Reptilian? Really? Yeah, I said that. I did. Pepper said I like that card. And he is. He's a cute little dragon, isn't he? Hi, Rachel. All right, guys. We are getting down to the last 10 minutes before I'm going to go and read a new book. I got a new book. Trying to read a little bit each night before I'm kind of like doing my coffee and stretch. Roller skating has been my new activity of the evening. And reading The Righteous Mind. If you're interested in joining me with a new book, I don't know, I would say it takes me about a month to read a book. I try and get through a book in a month. And then if I'm not done with it by the end of the month, I put it down and don't usually ever pick it back up and feel really guilty about it forever. And, I'm going to try and get it done. It's halfway through the month already, I know, and it's the holidays, so I probably won't. It's probably going to be until the end of January. So join me, if you will, The Righteous Mind, talking about why man struggles with religion and politics. And I think it's relevant, accurate, and helpful. So yeah. Um, yeah. Brianna, may I have a card? Yes, you may have a card. Thank you for asking. You. She said mother. Isn't that funny? Mother, may I have a card, please? I love it. Inside Teresa, inside my kitchen. hmm How fun. How fun. How fun. And I'm not sure what it is that you're thinking of, Brianna. Natalie Portman. I want you to think of her timeless age. She's a polyglot as well. Hmm. C'est vrai. It's true. And very smart, like Jennifer Connelly. Same kind of vibe. Polyglot as well. These look one way, are the other, much like the characters that they have played, like Natalie Portman being able to look so innocent and have such depth in The Black Swan. I kind of go there for that because that story, that ballet, that narration of the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story, the juxtaposition between masculine and feminine, the good, the bad, the evil, and the angelic in us all. The evil brain, good heart, angelic heart, as Tech Nine might say. And so here we have the Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience. This really beautiful woman out in an ice landscape with swans. And I will share with you that this scene, I've been driving here in northern Minnesota, and the swans are still out where the Ojibwe here on the reservation, they break the ice still and they go out and they fish. And so you have these trails between the lakes and they're broken, and the swans, they swim together, and it's white snow and it's white ice and it's white fog and a white cloudy sky and this dark white shiny water moving gently against the snow that's moving gently, all in different shades of white with these swans. And I'm always thinking of like MC Escher and how you can't have a light without a dark to put it in, and how the good and the bad, they create each other, the pieces creating the whole. And I think I'm not seeing many colors here. I'm not seeing red, orange, yellow, green, blues, but they are there subtly. I'm seeing a range of whites and grays. Mm, it's kind of cool. It's a really neat landscape, and I have been noticing it in the morning. It has stopped me a few times actually because it's really beautiful. And then of course in the morning, if it's red in the morning, then everything is a pink hue and it's the same but different. And the Swan Queen. Very romantic, very empathetic, very connected with others, probably going to be codependent, going through transformation and bonding, cutting bonds, making new bonds, purging people probably more than anything right now, and needing to be patient with some of those bonds as they grow. Brianna is going to be the message with that one. So I hope that makes sense. Teresa says, I need to write down the name of that deck again. You got it. It ain't mine. It's Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oracle cards. Look, there's a little hummingbird. 44 card deck with a guidebook. which I'm not using. You don't have to, but you can. It comes with it. By Colette Baron Reed. You're welcome. And you guys, if you would like a reading, don't forget, I mean, I have got all sorts of decks. I've got tarot decks, I've got dark, cool, wild, and weird. I've got what I was using last week, my Flowers from the Dead, which is taxidermy and animal skeletons. I've got Edgar Allan Poe. I've got a Madame Lenormand. I've got the Gypsy Tarot. I've got all pretty. You want it. You got it. You want it. Baby, you got it. Just think about that song, really. Um, Teeth, bones, you want that? I got that too. So you just let me know and we'll do it. We'll make it happen. You go to paranormalsarah.com, join me on any social media. You'll find me there as well at Paranormal Sarah. It's me, and we'll make it happen. So if anybody else in these last few moments would like a card very quickly, I promise I'll try and keep it as short and sweet as I am, which isn't very, and give you a card. Just busy a deck. And I actually, can I show you something really fun for the holidays? You know, every good witch has to have a mini deck, a tarot, but these are teeny tiny tarots. Teeny tiny tarots? Ah! Teeny tiny tarot decks made of playing cards, handwritten by me and you together in a session that we make together. And then I mail you your teeny tiny tarot deck. Just like that. And I've got a bunch of those that I'm really excited to work on. So anyway, Teresa says, yes, I would like one, Teresa. Ooh, Teresa, near and dear to my heart. Speaking to Sagittarius time right now, which is what this lunar eclipse was just in. The Arrow Master. Hitting the mark. Intentions. Talking about attachment, detachment. Cutting those cords. Setting the mark like Cupid, Eros energy. It's spontaneous. It's powerful. It's Legolas. Look at him. He's there. Handsome as ever. With Tinkerbell down in the bottom. Detachment. Peter Pan. You can't. Tinker, don't do that. Don't cock block. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. But she did anyway. Because they had a bond. Do you know what I mean? And she needed to practice detachment. And I think that's what this card is trying to illustrate in that space, because when you let go of that arrow, it's gone. When you pull the trigger, it's done. When you do the damn thing, you've done the damn thing. Do you know what I mean? Cord cutting and all of that, it's a space. You know, it really is. It's a movement of being able to let go, knowing that you do have power and control. And then after you make the decision, the reactions of others, the interpretations of others, man, you can't control that. But hitting the mark, if you plan, wait, are we doing it like this now? If you plan and do it, aim. You got this. You got this. It's going to work. I'm excited about it too. Time of action. Fire, not the phoenix having been burned in resurrection. Time to pull the trigger, do the thing. Number 10. High five, double it up, do it now. Go. Teresa. Yup, she says. Looks like the moon is the same placement as it was yesterday. So bright and shining near Venus. Yes, and there's some really cool alignments happening right now, which is really, really neat. Teresa says, plan and aim. You got it. You do. And you do got this. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, because if you didn't join me, I'd just be here talking to myself like an idiot, like I do on occasion when I have my podcast going, which, as you guys know, I got kind of banned from my social media there for a while because my podcast, No Man's Land, talked about certain political things. So people would be sending me messages on Facebook or on YouTube, and I could see them, but I couldn't respond to them. And I could try and post things, and it would just like say that it would post, but then it never would post. And eventually I get this kind of, you have been put under, oh, I even forget. I have a screenshot of it. It's really ridiculous. And so I basically just kind of minimize that and put it on hold. Um, I still really am excited to get back to bringing you the news, and that's something that I'm hoping to be doing on a completely different network so that I can share it on YouTube if I want, but I don't have to, and I can still do it and get that information to you guys on a regular basis. So you will be seeing that for those of you asking here in 2022. So if you are interested in a kind of bipartisan, middle of the ground, forensic psychology discussion with me on random crazy topics, No Man's Land is returning. So it's not dead. Do not fret. And I'm super, super excited to be joining some of my friends that have made this their career and their passion and are going to be bringing me on board. So hopefully you will see me there. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that. Ooh, I see Paul in the house. Paul's one of those people who's, I saw your message in my Facebook messages recently. I just, um, a family member passed away and my dad's, struggling with his illness and it's holidays and I really haven't been on social media that much. So even though it looks like I'm on it right now via Facebook, I'm actually on StreamYard. So I'm not on Facebook right now. So yeah, I just haven't been on there because I'm a perfectionist and if I can't do it 100%, I don't do it at all. It's a problem. It's a personal problem, and I'm working on it. But anyway, I really appreciate you, and I see you, Paul, and I'm so excited that you're joining me tonight. I hope that you are doing well, and you are appreciated. You guys, if you're not familiar with Paul, I met him Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, haunted location in Tennessee, about a decade ago. Well, more than a decade ago, actually. And at that time, he was contemplating writing this book called Thinking Outside the Box. And it brings paranormal phenomenon into spaces that it's easy to read and understand and has you thinking outside the box, which is right up my alley. It's been a book that I enjoyed and have on my shelf. Well, I don't really have a shelf, I have a pile. And Paul has been struggling with health issues as well. So he's been in and out of chemo, sharing some of that journey with us on social media, which I'll admit sometimes is hard to watch because Paul is such a positive, powerful, strong, courageous man, happily married. Him and his wife are out there. They have a hot dog stand and they're always out working, rain or shine, bringing people deliciousness, and he does it through his health. And so he really is empowering personally and then professionally, anybody who's capable of writing something and doing the work in the paranormal, that is something to be said because there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of entertainment in the paranormal, but there's not a lot of work and there's not a lot of research. There's definitely not a research with work that's entertaining. It becomes minimally small. And Paul was one of those people that I think was able to get through there and do those and do them well. So Paul, I'm so glad that you're here still joining us, kicking the bucket of cancer in the ass. Cancer is irritating, isn't it? It's ugh. Yeah. Just it's not. Yeah. Blah. And my dad, thank you, Pepper. Yeah, my dad we're still waiting on a kidney and O positive. We've got people on the list, a long list of people that have signed up that are hopefully compatible. They just have to do the testing. But COVID slows that testing down. So what usually takes someone the ability to go in, get tested and get out is broken down into pieces and parts that now, with COVID, you have to wait and it's a turnover and it's staffing and this and that. And my dad's in the last year of being on that donor list. So it's kind of a race against time and COVID, neither of which we can control. So I am with you guys. Any of you guys struggling with those health nightmares, we're all in our meat sack vessel doing the very best we can. And a lot of it is keeping your heart and your mind positive and being able to stick together and delegate when you need help to a good support system. So if you guys have good, positive friends and family out there, be thankful and be that person for other people as well. So you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful week. Don't forget, if you are not following me on social media, what are you doing with your life? Follow me on social media. Find me at paranormalsarah.com, any of the at Paranormal Sarah, and you'll be able to stay notified for whenever I send out my things for the workshops, the Astrology and Alchemy. And then that's tomorrow, guys. If you were looking forward to oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't know what to expect for tomorrow. Don't fret. I wouldn't leave you completely hanging. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Mars is going to be in Scorpio, which means people are going to be fighting mysteriously for motivations that are lacking, and they're going to be secretive and cryptic, while Jupiter is in Aquarius. So, as you know, that means add cocaine into that fire and cut yourself some slack. Don't worry about all the drama that you might see tomorrow. People are going to be feeling feisty, they're going to be feeling saucy, and there's going to be wanting more and more and more of that. So, quite a bratty energy that you don't need to take seriously. So, it's just hump day. Another hump day. Nothing too big to be concerned with. In the meantime, if you guys would like a reading until tomorrow night, you can always check me out at paranormalsarah.com or send me a message on here, whatever network or platform you're using to watch me, and tag a friend, share. Sharing is caring. That's how I grow. And then, yeah, spot on last week. I'm telling you guys, I don't have to take professional psychic credit for the astrology. It's science. It's a science. The stars were there before me and they'll be there after me. And we can, like, I don't know if you believe in the firmament or the flat earth kind of thing, but hey, they're there. Round or not, flat or not, ocean or not, water or not, made up or not, or some, hologram or not, they are predictable. So, le trait de note, right? And we can track it and know where we are. So, you guys, I will see you tomorrow, or I'll see you in my messages, maybe in your dreams. But until then, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next time.